People frequently ask me how can I improve my kidney health? And my number one advice, if you have an excessive weight, especially if your BMI is more than 30 or even a little bit more than 25, is to lose the weight. How is losing weight connected to kidney function? Imagine you and I were two cleaners, and our job is to clean 2,000 square feet house every single day. And we only have two bathrooms, and we have two bedrooms and one kitchen, and clean people living there. So our job is pretty easy. But now imagine we have increased our habitat to, for example, 4,000 square feet. We doubled our house. And on top of it, nested children live there. They eat chips, they eat candies, they throw wrappers everywhere. So we now have 7 bathrooms, 7 bedrooms, extra room, bonus room, large kitchen. And you and I were not getting younger. So as we age, it's more and more difficult for us to perform this heavy load of job. So imagine how much easier it would be for us if we moved back to our 2,000 square feet house. And on top of this, nasty kids go to college, so nobody is messing our house. So this example is actually a metaphor for kidneys in your body. So you and I, two cleaners, we are two kidneys. And the house is actually your body, because kidneys are the cleaners. Kidney remove all of the toxins, and those nasty kids in this example who are like bringing all of the mess to the house is actually your eating habits. If you eat clean, there is not too much toxins your kidney have to remove. If you're eating clean, if your body is your normal size, normal BMI is between 18.5 and 25. So if you was in your normal range for body mass index, then it's so much easier for your kidneys to perform their job. And it's not only kidney function, it's easier to control blood pressure in the person with a normal BMI. It's much easier to control diabetes, less medication required, but it's so much easier said than done. We have over 50% of people in the United States who is either overweight or obese. Every overweight person is trying to lose weight every year. The gym membership in January goes skyrocket, but then everybody gives up, and a lot of people say, oh, I'm always hungry. I'm always hungry. This is not the cause for everybody, but for a lot of people, they can't go on a diet. They're always hungry. So let's talk today about what regulates our hunger. Let me give you a little bit of history. So you see this two mice. Scientists find it out about 50 years ago. And then for a longest period of time, they couldn't find the reason why this mouse is eating all the time. It never seems to feel satiety. It never want to move. In fact, the only way to move this mouse was to change location of his plate. And so they keep breeding this mouse until they find out what's wrong with it. And then, aha, this mouse was missing hormone leptin. So leptin is something that makes us feel full, tell us to stop eating. It makes us move. It makes us want to exercise. It makes us want to be active. So they were so excited, they started injecting this mouse with this leptin hormone, and this mouse jumped in a hamster wheel, stopped eating, and then within a couple of weeks was the same size as his brother. So everybody got very excited, and then within a couple years, human trials started, and we were thinking, oh, let's just give every obese person leptin, and they would suddenly start exercising and then get very thin and healthy and happy. But it did not happen. Then scientists were thinking, oh, maybe that's not the pill. Maybe we should do an injection. So the injection started. It didn't help either. So what we discovered is overweight person does not have leptin deficiency. We have leptin resistance. And this is kind of like makes sense because leptin is produced by the fat cells. So the more overweight, the more obese you are, the more leptin you have circulating, what we actually have with a leptin resistance. And then we kind of like start thinking, okay, so what caused leptin resistance? And as far as we know now, the only factor that causes leptin resistance is high insulin level. So insulin resistance causes leptin resistance. This is when people start feeling this unsatiable hunger. You eat. I'm not talking about I didn't eat 6 hours and now my belly is growling and I'm hungry. No, this is real hunger. I'm talking about I just ate a dinner and then I have a dessert and now I'm watching a movie and eating popcorn and now I'm eating ice cream again and I'm still not feeling full. This type of hunger. So high levels of insulin cause leptin resistance and cause obesity. What does cause high insulin levels? And the answer to this is sugar. So number one product I tell my patients to stop is actually soft drinks. And some patients like, oh, but I only drink diet soft drinks. And that actually also produce insulin spark because insulin production starts as soon as you taste the sweetness. So insulin level goes high even with diet drinks. And it goes beyond this because once you taste the sweetness and the insulin start being produced, and then 20 minutes later, you're not absorbing any glucose. And an hour later, there's still no glucose coming. Body's getting very stressed. And in order to drop the insulin level rapidly, it produces the cortisol. Because if it doesn't drop the insulin level, then you're going to develop hypoglycemia, low sugar level, and your brain cannot function without sugar. So body produces cortisol, which suppresses insulin to protect, to save your life. So your stress hormone, stress level is going up. And then you finally feel hungry. You eat something real this time. And now you have high cortisol level and high insulin level. And that's the recipe for overweight and leptin resistance. So guess what country has the highest rate of obesity and highest rate of diabetes? It's actually Middle East. And this was a lot of controversy. Obesity epidemic started from the Middle East. And one of the theory is actually soft drinks because Middle East have a very hot climate. It actually has alcohol prohibition too, due to religion. And so people are consuming enormous amount of soft drinks. So I always tell patients, I never say never. So when I say please exclude your soft drinks, personally to me and for my family, we put the soft drinks in the category of alcohol. So I would never say never. Maybe once a year I have my Sprite with my mojito, but I don't drink alcohol every day. And so I don't drink soft drinks every day. So to me, soft drinks, it's maybe once or twice a year for certain events, maybe for certain cocktail. But this is number one product I recommend to avoid for your kidney health. And if you want to stay happy, healthy, and best yourself.